Farina, who was driving for Belgium, took the championship after winning 3 of the 7 races held that season. One Manuel Fangio also scored victories but lost.
Testing, testing.
I'm not superstitious, but in the long and fruitful history of F1, no. almost a given that the drivers on the grid today are such as children.
Hello, late welcome to the Race Spec Season 9 Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship. Sorry about the delay on the commentary, folks. Not that you'll have missed my raggedy voice, but we had a few tech issues there. Fixed up now. Daniel Koo on top of the session. We've got 30 seconds remaining. Daniel Koo's on top by a mere 0.2 of a second to these two, Sim Dogger and Deeth. We're still unsure whether to call him Death or Deeth. We're going with Deeth because it's less intimidating to the kiddies out there watching. As he gets his final crack at pole position underway. Oh, I suppose this doesn't count as pole position. We got a sprint format going for round 4 of the series today. So this will determine the order of the sprint race coming up, 8 laps. And then the finishing order of the 8-lap sprint race will determine the grid for the main race, half distance, 22 laps. Belgium Grand Prix, and I'll take this opportunity to introduce my co-commentator, Sonny Wilson. Good evening, Sonny.
Good evening, Michael. I am pumped up for some more commentary today. What about you?
Well, I told you, don't call me Michael unless I'm really in trouble. We'll just rock and roll with Mike, eh? Or am I in trouble?
You're in trouble?
I'm in trouble. Deeth, 141.38 currently. Fangs it round Blanchimont, heading down to the bus stop.
Can Deeth capitalise on this opportunity to beat Daniel Koo?
Out of the last corner. He's got it! Deeth! 141.06. Ho!
What a lap!
What can Sim Dogger say about that one? He's got 3 tenths he needs to find as he goes through the bus stop, out of the last corner. Heads towards the line. He improves, but stays in 3rd.
Well, he had a red-hot crack, but not everything goes your way.
He certainly did. Here's RBR in 4th. He snatches 3rd off Sim Dogger. They'll start next to each other on the 2nd row. Good little finish to qualifying there.
Yeah.
Deeth at the death. From Daniel Koo, RBR in 3rd. Sim Dogger 4th. Clean break. The lead Ferrari 5th. Philly the Brit in the Haas rounds out the 3rd row. Davis and Drix make up the 4th row. Jimson and Prezzo in the Aston and McLaren respectively. They'll make up the 5th row. The Greek Midas Mella in the Williams 11th. Jay Whitey 12th. Steely 13th. Banana Cake Pie, the man himself, in 14th. All right, we'll take a very short break. Don't go anywhere. The sprint race, 8 laps, just on the other side of this. Welcome back to the Race Spec Pacific Open Series. This is the Tier 1 Championship. Thank you for joining us here in Belgium. I'm with my co-commentator, Sonny Wilson, and we're trackside in Belgium, and it is raining. We've got an 8-lap sprint race coming up. Sonny, Belgium plus rain equals...
carnage!
Absolutely, as the 5 red lights come on.
And Deeth gets a good start from Daniel Koo.
It's going to be the Williams leading into the first corner. He's got the Red Bull of RBR all over his gearbox, side by side with that Ferrari. Alfa Romeo, Italian red car, pretty similar. Down to Eau Rouge. This could get a bit curly, wet weather. 20 cars trying to all file through the same piece of track. Are they going to survive it? Well, looks pretty good so far. They've done well. Here's a battle going on now for 8th place. Davis under pressure. He's got the Alfa Romeo of Drix on his outside.
We see the possible strategies. We could go 0 stop or 1 stop.
Sorry, Sim Dog has gone off. He's cut the corner. He's going to drop down the field. That'll put him back to 13th. Maybe even more spots. Here comes the Red Bull of Pondon looking up the inside.
Pondon, great overtake through Ravage.
Sim Dogger drops more places.
As we see the pack head through Jackie X corner.
Yeah, formerly the corner with no name, now known as Jackie X, a corner named after the Belgian himself. So back up front, Deeth maintains that lead by a mere 4/10. Daniel Koo in second, has plenty of cars gathering up behind him. RBR there in third, clean break in fourth, as the field just start to find their feet and spread out a little bit. Looks like Orphan Drop and Extinct Body in the McLaren and Aston Martin respectively have dropped off the back of the pack. So they incident back there.
Yeah, I think they had a moment heading through Ravage. It was.
So Deeth completes the first lap in the lead. Daniel Koo there in second. RBR, as we ride on board with RBR through Eau Rouge. Oh, he's cut the top of the corner there. That'll be a strike against his name. So starting to gap the Ferrari of Clean Break. Prezzo in fifth. He's the leading McLaren ahead of Drix in sixth. Bit of action down there for 10th spot. Little bit of touching wheel rubbing between Jimson and Pondon. That lets Jimson, that releases Jimson back into the clutches of Pondon.
Oh, that was the Red Bull of Pondon getting all the better out of shape.
Yeah, he was very much out of shape there. Held it together. They're all doing pretty well so far. No major incidents yet. We saw Sim Dogger cutting the corner at Malmedy.
So we see Pondon from trying to get a gap from Sim Dogger, but Sim Dogger is hanging on. All the while he's trying to take that place from Jimson and snag not the last points position in sprint races, because we know that's only the top 8.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these guys play this one. They're looking very conservative. Obviously, they're a bit of conservative. Oh, hang on, as we see a bit going on there in the chicane. Pondon threatening. We've got a Mercedes there side by side with the Williams of Midas Mellor. They're going to go into La Source next to each other. The Mercedes is going to try it right round the outside. Won't quite get the run, or will he? Oh, and the Williams gets spat out the back. And now left into the clutches of Young Eagle in the AlphaTauri up through Eau Rouge. Young Eagle getting well out of shape. That's going to leave him a sitting duck for Jay Whitey in the Mercedes, who pulls alongside. The Alpine of Sing Dogger wants a piece of it as well. He sits back to watch the action.
As he has dropped down further, wonder what could have become of him.
Look at him now, all over the gearbox of the AlphaTauri. Couldn't get the traction exiting Malmedy.
Maybe he will try out of Huon.
As I was going to say before all that action kicked up, it'll be interesting to see how they decide. Oh, hang on, just getting and hello to everyone in the comments too, and good evening to Holly Annabelle, letting us know that it's pronounced like death, so we've got confirmation on that one. So to hell with the kiddies, it's Death in the lead. Oh, and speak of the devil, he's picked himself up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be crucial in deciding the final grid positions for the main race. So he was just getting a little bit carried away out in front there As we watch Sim Dogger. Geez, this is going to be a big move if he can go around the outside at Blanchimont. Bit wide. Gives the position back. That's good sportsmanship.
We all know that if you take a position outside the track and don't give it back, you get a penalty and possibly, if you're unlucky, disqualification.
Yeah, we don't want to see that, and he definitely didn't want to, hence why he gave the spot back up front, Death. Now that he's got the 3-second penalty, looks like he's just had to back off. And that's left him, well, in the clutches of Daniel Koo. RBR not far behind. We're on lap 4 of 8. Sprint race to determine the grid positions for the half distance 22 lapper coming up after this. Deeth moving to defend almost, looked like, into Puon. You wouldn't have to worry about getting overtaken there, surely. As further down the field, I think Extinct Bodies had a little excursion off at Rivage. And
so may have Orphan Drop.
Yeah, Orphan Drop finds himself well off the back of the pack. So I'd say his chances at a higher grid position are done.
As we see Deeth being hounded by Daniel Koo through the Blanchimont.
Death into the bus stop chicane now. Didn't quite pull it up as efficiently as he wanted to. Daniel Koo gets a bit of a better run out of the bus stop. Is he going to have a chance here at La Source, or is he going to keep his powder dry? Oh, locks the front right.
Ooh.
He's hard on fourth gear there. As he closes in, he's going to try and stay as close as he can through Eau Rouge and try and get the job done down towards Malmedy. There's RBR just in his mirrors. Can he pick up the toe? Heading towards Malmedy. He can pick it up all right. He's going to try and do it around the outside. Oh, the Alpha of Daniel Koo. Bit of rallycross action. He went sideways upon entry. Either way, didn't look pretty, but he got it done.
What a move as we see him lead into Rivage from Death and RBR.
Now, Death has to try and, well, you want to keep as much of a 3-second gap as he can between as many as drivers as he can, or he's going to be starting at the next race a lot further down. RBR harassing him well and truly as they go through Fenya.
Into the campus.
Daniel Koo.
Just try. Out of curve 4 no. He might not be close enough.
Here goes the Williams of Death up the inside into the bus stop. He wants that lead back. Oh, it's Daniel Koo goes off onto the grass. He's been spun round. Did they contact?
He gets overtaken by his teammate, Drix.
I couldn't be sure. It looked clean. No obvious contact that I could see. By the way, Daniel Koo was sent spinning and up onto the grass.
He's recovered the position from his teammate, Drix.
Wow.
But that's a big hindrance for Daniel Koo.
Yeah, big turnaround in the standings. That was interesting. And Drix isn't done with him yet as we go on board with his teammate. He's in the toe. He's not going to fit through there. Decides to back out of it.
So we head on board through Malmedy, heading downhill.
Into Rivage. Close in this middle part.
out through Jackie X corner.
Just take a look down here as Jimson. He's gone wide at Rivage. Pondon strikes, moves up to 11th.
Gets a bit sideways, and he's racked up a penalty.
Penalty to boot. We'll just double check the
seconds.
penalty situation just to make sure they're only 3 seconds each. They are. And we've got another yellow flag. I think it's Jimson.
Oh,
Jimson again.
he's gone off again.
That'll plummet him down to 18th position now.
So, through the Fanya, so we head down to, well, up I should say, to Midas Mella.
Yeah, we'll give him a bit of airtime. Look how close he is to the back of Ghost Rider.
He's looking to go toe.
He's going to get the toe, but Blanchimont, it's not exactly a great spot for overtaking now, is it? He needs to try and stay close and maybe stick it up the inside at bus stop, but Ghost Rider positions his car nicely to block any potential moves. Oh, that compromises his run out of the bus stop, and he takes a front wing of a Williams for good measure right up his backside. Side by side into La Source.
They've done
Goes wide and spins it. Oh, that was just clumsy. Oh, the Alpha Tauri. He just tried to stick it on. Would have just been a better option to have run wide, I think, and copped the loss. Easier said than done from the commentary box.
Upper Rougeau. That might be Jay Whitey who's had a moment.
Back out front, Death has built himself a little 1.5 second gap, so he's doing the best possible job he can to nullify this 3 second time penalty.
He should be down to 3rd at this rate.
Needs to open up a gap if he can clear out. Well, no, it's going to be touch and go. I mean, as it stands, you probably stay in 2nd position, but yeah, it's going to be tight, and he's still got 1.5 laps. Oh, and that little tank slapper down there out of, what's that, campus, ain't going to help him. And sure enough, the gap drops below, the gap back to clean break drops below 3 seconds now. Out to 1 point. Actually, to monitor those penalties, we might just change the gap there to the leader. There you have it now. Clean break. The gap. 2.8 seconds. Death needs to get it outside 3 if he's to start the main race on the front row. It's Death first. RBR 2nd. Clean break in the Ferrari 3rd. The gap now over 3 seconds. Daniel Koo and Drix in the Alfa Romeos, 4th and 5th Philly in the Haas, rounding out the top 6. Prezzo in the McLaren, there in 7th. He's got the attention of Checo Ching Perez. What a name, what a driver. Looks like the rain stopped. Has anyone taken on the softs? Yeah, those two at the back took the gamble. Not sure if that's going to pay off for them, but you can see why they'd have a try. There's your position changes on screen there. Checo Ching Perez up from 18th to 7th, and DRS is enabled. I don't think they'll get use of that though, will they, this late in the lap? So, lap 8 of 8 is to determine grid order.
Through Puon. As we see Checo Ching Perez chasing down Philly. But he's got a 1 second gap, it looks to be. So he probably won't get DRS.
I'll tell you what, I think Death's had a little moment. That gap he needs to keep if he's going to start on the front row keeps fluctuating to above and under 3 seconds. So he's going to cross the line in first, but your race winner's going to be RBR in the Red Bull. There the order changes. Will Cleanbait get on the front row? He
Does not.
Doesn't do it.
Clean break.
Boy, it must have been close. Bring up the interval times. There you go. Death has survived a second row start by a mere 0.2 of a second. Daniel Koo recovers to 4th. His teammate Drix in 5th, and Checo Ching Perez making up a whopping 12 positions. He'll start the main race in 6th. Going to be interesting to see what he can do with a full set of 22 under his belt. You can join us on the other side of this. The main race, 22-lap half-distance Belgian Grand Prix in the Pacific Open Tier 1 Series, brought to you by Race Spec. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty folks, we're back on. Sorry for the technical issues. We've unfortunately missed the first 5 laps, but as you can see on your screen, we're down to 16. We've lost Clean Break, Orphan Drop and Prezzo in the 2 McLarens, and the AlphaTauri of Ghost Rider. Must have been a bit going on there at the moment, because Daniel Kuh's down to 7, just trying to take stock of everything. Worth noting, Checo Ching Perez, he started I think in 17th or 18th after the qualifying session. He's now up to 2nd. What an effort this would be if he could snatch a win. Sonny Wilson joining me in the commentary box. Sonny, how do you see this race playing out? With 5 laps down already. Safety car looks like it's ready to come in.
I see this playing out as a very strategic race, Dad. One where right now we could have some people going in the pits, as we've already seen. Checo Ching Perez on the hard. As most people are on the hard, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the mediums and 3 on the softs.
As we get restarted once more, RBR has broken away. Checo Ching Perez has lost 2 places already. This is a terrible restart for the Mercedes driver. He's down to 4. Can he get back in the slipstream of Drix here? No DRS at this early stage. Look at him, he's picked up the toe. He goes to the outside. Good move. The Alpha driver moved to defend there, and he just picked it up and went round the outside. Can he get it done? They're still side by side, these two. Oh, look at him go. This is good stuff. Another Alpha involved. Look at him go. 3 wide down into Rivage, and it's Checo Ching Perez loses out. In fact, he's dropped out as he disconnected. It's saying he's DNF, so we'll move away from Checo. Oh, that's a disaster after such a big effort to get back up there. Well, that's a real shame, and we're back with RBR and Death, the top 2. 2-second lead already now for RBR, and looks like Checo Ching Perez has departed the scene, and we're down to 15.
15 down already, and we're only in lap 6 of 22. So anything could happen. We've still got 16 laps to go.
And we don't normally, but we've put the tyre situation up on screen there because we did miss the first 5 laps, so we're just trying to take stock of where everything's at. Looks like the top 2 didn't come in during the safety car. Daniel Kuh did. Chuck some soft tyres on, which is an interesting choice. You can see Drix and Pondon went for the hards. Actually, Drix didn't pit at all. He started the race on the hards. Pondon did box, grabbed a set of hards. Philly also went in and grabbed himself a set of softs. So it's interesting to see what those 2 are up to. And when I say those 2, I mean Daniel Kuh and Philly, as lap 7 commences. And of course, being on the softer tyre, for those who don't know much about the tyre situation, there's soft, medium and hard tyres. The soft tyres are faster, more grippier, but they do wear out quicker, needing to be changed more often, as we can see some of that fast end grip being utilised by Daniel Kuh as he moves up to 2nd place through Rivage and continues out after RBR.
So we see the top 3. RBR, Daniel Kuh on screen here, with Deeth following him. Then Pondon, Drix, Philly, Jimson.
Sonny, here's Philly and Drix now going side by side through Fanya.
To 5th, but Drix might try. Philly, Drix, Jimson, waiting in the wings. Then Jay Whitey, Young Eagle, and Davis to round the top 10. Then last year's champion, Banana Cake Pie.
Watch Philly now as he's making good use of those soft tyres. He's got Pondon in his sights. Is he going to go from that far back? Oh, look how close. The front wing of the Haas practically under the rear wing of the Red Bull, who's pretty much delaying the inevitable there. Now with DRS available to the drivers, I think it's going to be done and dusted for Philly after Eau Rouge and Radillon. Bit of a train forming up behind those guys. We'll stay with him. All the soft tyre clad cars making their moves now. There he goes.
Philly getting ahead of Pondon. Drix behind there, trying to get past Pondon, as in the background, Jimson trying to get past Drix. He's hounding that Alfa Romeo.
Sure is. See if we can go on board with Jimson. Yes, we can, as I just press this button. And here we go. Aston Martin stalking the Alfa Romeo on the hard tyre. They're going to have to watch out behind, because that man there, Whitey, on the soft tyre, closing in. But those soft tyres, they'll be running out of their best stuff soon. Here goes Jimson. Let's listen to the Aston Martin engine as we close. Up front, Daniel Koo has taken the lead from RBR. RBR not done with him yet, though. Gets in the slipstream, DRS open, goes to the outside. He'll get ahead before the corner. And the lead changes again. Oh, look how close. He's just missing all his apices here, RBR. Daniel Koo switches to the outside. Move to defend. We've lost someone down there in Eau Rouge. I think it's Malmedy at the end of the Kemmel Straight. He gathers it up, keeps going in. Lucky 13th. Back up front. RBR still defending furiously against Daniel Koo, who's doing his absolute best to find a way through. Look how close.
Daniel Koo trying, but ultimately failing to get past that Red Bull.
He won't give up, though. Let's ride with him as they head up to Blanchimont. He closes in on the back of the Red Bull.
Into Blanchimont. Let's see if he can make a move through bus stop.
Not quite close enough. Philly's having a little moment on his own back down there.
Not good for Philly. Not good for Sim Dogger.
Doing a bit of circle work in the gravel down there. Oh, he's gone wide, that Red Bull, as we go back up front. RBR and Daniel Koo.
He's held off. But I don't think it'll be for long, because they're heading up to the DRS detection zone.
I don't know how he held him off. Surely this time he's a sitting duck. He can't do it this time. Side by side, this should be an easy one. Like a hot knife through butter goes Daniel Koo. And the lead changes again. Lap 10 of 22. We're approaching half distance. Now, all important, can RBR stay close enough by the time they get round to the start of the next lap and the DRS zone?
As Philly's retired.
Philly's split the scene. Oh, has he? He's coming. Oh, the dot on the map's showing that he's coming back out of the pits, but the totem board says otherwise. It's It's got him faded out and day done in 15th, so I won't worry about him too much. He won't be bothering these guys. Now RBR, can he keep that gap to within a second? Still got to get through a few more corners, but he's doing it. He's got I think he's got better top speed on that Red Bull than the Alpha of Daniel Koo.
If they are doing realistic performance.
0.6 the gap. Onto the start-finish straight. So, DRS open now. That's going to help. He'll close in. And if he can get a decent run through Eau Rouge and Radion, the next corner's coming up. We might see the Red Bull snatch the lead once more. Where's Death in all this? Back there in third, just running his own race. He could be taking the opportunity to close in. And these guys, as they complete their own little battle, through he goes. Well before the corner again. That DRS just a bit too strong, sort of.
They were going hell for leather, hammer for tong, but now...
Hell for leather, hammer for tongue. Sonny Wilson with the colloquialisms. As we see Daniel Koo go wide there in Rivage. Picks it back up for a late apex.
As I was saying, they were going hell for leather and hammer for tong, but now they're just racing their own little race.
RBR, Daniel Koo. Death back there in third. As we see, we'll go down to, look at this battle for 8th and 7th and 8th. Drix, Midas, Mella, the Greek. Side by side, on won't work.
Midas
hits
Mella.
the Haas as well.
And that forces the extinct body to go into the grass.
So it was always going to end in tears, that one. Side by side through Puon. Someone has to give, something has to give. And unfortunately, it was the Williams and Midas Mellors. Lucky he didn't take out 2 other cars with him.
As we see Jimson chasing Drix. Wait, no, not Drix. Young Eagle.
Sorry, Sonny. Daniel Koo's in the pit. So those softs have had enough as far as he's concerned. That leaves 10 laps to go. So he's had his mad little dash on the... through that big dip there. What's the story there? And he's decided he's going to finish the last 11 laps on the hard compound tyres. So that'll see him through to the finish. Out of the pits he comes. He'll resume in 7th.
Just behind Steely and Jimson.
Now this will be interesting. I think RBR up in front there needs to put in one hell of a lap now. And does he box? Does he come in now and take on hards of his own? He can't take on another set of mediums. You do have to use 2 different tyre compounds when it's a dry race. So he can't take on more mediums. What does RBR do here? Or is he going to try and make those last a bit longer and have a mad dash at the end on the soft tyres?
We shall never know, Dad, until it happens. So Daniel Koo chasing Steely as he's gone ahead. What a move through Blanchimont as we see Midas Mella get a 3-second time penalty on his 0 lap old soft as we go through the bus stop chicane with Daniel Koo. Now we see RBR's dived into the pits. So that leaves Pondon with the lead. Young Eagle second, Jimson third, and Daniel Koo up to 4th. RBR now behind Daniel Koo again.
Yes, comes out of the pits behind the Alfa Romeo, so some crucial outlaps there from the Alfa Romeo driver, but he's under all sorts of pressure now as the Red Bull goes straight past him. And he is taking on the soft, so he's going to try and push those the full 10 laps here. This could be interesting. Want to look after those a bit now. Oh, there's going to be plenty of possibilities to play out yet in this race. Don't go anywhere, folks. Strap yourself in. Oh, as we say... Say hello to Sim Dogger in the comments. So looks like he's out of the race, and this is his AI trolling around at the back. Well, unfortunately,
AI is still doing okay.
Thanks for joining us, Sim Dogger. Sorry about the race.
As we see, RBR chasing Honden.
Yeah, RBR has just gone past Young Eagle for...
Go!
Lap 14 of 22 in the Belgian Grand Prix, and you're watching Daniel Koo scythe his way through the field on those hard compound tyres. He's just moved up into third place now, and he's looking to finish this race on that set of tyres. RBR's gone back through to the lead now, past his teammate Pondon. He's on those 10-lap-old tyres, just holding a bit of a place there at the moment. He's going to have to pit. Well, I say he's going to have to pit. I don't know exactly if those hard tyres can go another 8 or 9 laps. I really don't, but interesting to see if he tries to pull that off. He's going to have to do a lot of conserving, that's for sure. Here's Death. He's gone past Young Eagle now, also on the 10-lap-old hards. So all these guys on the 10-lap-old hards, they were the ones who would have pitted during the safety car with ambitions of taking the hard tyre all the way to the finish. I'm not sure how that's going to play out or if it'll pay off for them. We'll start to find out in the next few laps or so.
Steely and Jimson with their strategy, pitting.
Steely comes out now with a fresh set of softs, so he's going to be nice and quick on these last few laps. So we say hello to Whiff Matif in the comments. No, not the sprint race, my friend. That has been done and run and won already. This is now the 22-lap feature race, we'll call it.
As we see,
RBR leads from Pondon. Here's Daniel Koo in third now, hunting down that second position of Pondon. This one should be like taking candy from a baby. Closes in under braking. His tyres 8 laps younger, fresher. Working much better. Just biding his time patiently. He should get that done nice and easily down the Camel straight. He's got Death closing in behind him as well. He's going to have to work hard to... Oh, he got pretty much out of shape there. Daniel Koo, that was a big slide. Goes past Pondon nonetheless, but here comes Death up the inside. Who's going to break the lanes? They contact and he goes round. Oh dear, there's two of them there. It's cleaned up Pondon as well.
At least Pondon gets out in 4th, luckily, not 7th where Death is.
Oh, Death, I think he just went a bit too deep under brakes. Slammed into the side of Daniel Koo, who continued on. That was a little bit ugly.
As Pondon, Banana Cake Pie, Drix and Midas Mella have got penalties. Let's check the penalty situation.
It's 3 seconds apiece at the moment. So everyone's come in and had their stop. There's the position changes. Young Eagle flying up the charts.
Who do you think the driver of day should go to?
Oh, we'll wait till a bit closer to the end, I think, before we decide to nut out the driver of the day. But if Young Eagle can stay there, we better put the tyre situation back up. If Young Eagle can finish the race, definitely on a podium position, it'd have to go to him. Still interested to see how these soft tyres of RBR hold up. We've got 6 laps to go as we commence the 6th last lap, lap 17 of 22.
As RBR's got a 6-second lead from Daniel Koo, who has a 5-second lead from Young Eagle, who has a 2-second lead from Pondon. So we're on board with Drix, who makes an overtake on JYT.
Does it easily before the corner as they head down to Malmedy. Andrix in the Alfa Romeo moves up to 9th. 14 remain in the Belgian Grand Prix. For those of you just joining us, this is round 4 of the Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship, brought to you by Race Spec. Always great to have your company. And we look forward to seeing how this one plays out. RBR up front, increasing that lead over Daniel Koo, 7 seconds now.
As we see Drix, the penalty man, increasing, well, not particularly increasing, his lead over JYT.
Just looking through the list to see where the nearest battle is. It looks like it's still this one at the moment as Drix.
Drix.
Now, Extinct Body didn't get the ideal run through the bus stop there. That's going to let Drix close in nice and close. Does he have an opportunity into La Source? No, but hits a better apex, gets a slightly better run, blows it though with a bit of wheel spin. So he'll have to gather himself up and close back in once more as they go through Eau Rouge. Radion, onto the Camel Straight.
He should get DRS here.
Here he goes once more. Does Extinct Body move to defend? No, he knows his number's up. His goose is cooked. To Malmedy. Andrix moves up to 8 and leaves Extinct Body in the clutches of Jay Whitey, the recovering Mercedes back there. His tyres 8 laps younger. I don't know, I think Extinct Body maybe should have just given up the ghost and come in for some soft tyres. Perhaps easy for us to say from here in the commentary box, live at the Belgium Grand Prix. We're actually here in Belgium, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here comes Jay Whitey. Oh, look at that. I think they contacted there. Those tyres on extinct... Well, Extinct Body's tyres are extinct, I reckon. Oh, here... Look at this.
There's a doornail tyres, so
He doesn't want to give up the position, though.
he's somehow holding off Joe Whitey. 8 lap mediums.
There he goes. He's had enough, but I think he'll probably be ruining the fact he didn't come in a few laps earlier. Here's the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. It's Banana Cake Pie in the halves, just absolutely trudging his way through Rouge and Ratty on there. Death wants it, takes it.
But Banana Cake Pie does have a 3-second time penalty in his hand, and Davis does not.
Correct, Davis, though, will want to try and get past Banana Cake Pie, regardless.
As Young Eagles got a 3-second time penalty.
Oh dear, the penalty's starting to rack up for these guys now, and it's all starting to look very good for RBR and Daniel Koo as far as the top 2 positions are concerned.
Let's check the penalty situation for Young Eagle.
Well, it'll just be 3 seconds. The only difference is 6 seconds for Midas Miller down there in 12th. Daisy. There we go. Pondon now through Blanchimont, and the will. Oh, we've had a. I think we got a bit of a technical issue here. Bear with us, folks.
Oh, so that ends the race.
Look, I'll be honest, we don't know what's happened here. Good old EA servers on fire. And we're going to the podium. Did the race end? Bear with us, guys.